Welcome!
Good morning!
Welcome to the Breakfast Club, Friendship Edition. And we already ate breakfast.
I'm Krista.
I'm Alyssa.
Wow.
And together we are friends. I guess, do we talk about our friendship and then how we fit into everyone else?
Yes. Let's talk about how we, I guess, met. Like you said, first memories.
Okay. So, in high school, freshman year of high school, our drama club, we were both in drama club, like everybody else is in this group.
Was that?
2005, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, 2005. The fall show at our high school was Father of the Bride, and 1,001 of us were wedding guests because they didn't know what else to do with us. So we were both wedding guests in that show. And at rehearsals, like, we'd still be at rehearsals for a while, but we didn't do anything. But, like, at one point, stand up on the stage and then turn around and see the bride. Like, literally, that was our whole part.
Yeah.
And we were waiting one day, and I was like walking in the hallway back by the stage, and I turned the corner by the old band room / orchestra room, and she was sitting on the floor in her wedding clothes, leaning against the wall with headphones on, and I was like, "Hi." She was like, "Hi," because I wasn't friends with anyone in drama club, and I was somehow we were talking about, like, what are you listening to? What kind of music you're listening to? And then she offered me one of her headphones. How cute is that?
I don't remember that story.
Yeah, and we listened to, I don't remember what we were listening to, but we listened to something on your, like, Walkman.
Oh my god.
And together, and we each had a headphone. And we listened to music together. And your name was Krista. And you had really long, flowing, beautiful blonde hair.
I did at that point.
Yeah. And then our friendship just progressed from there. There are a lot of highlights.
That's your first memory?
That's my first memory of you.
Oh.
What's your first memory of me?
I just remember, I'm guessing we were tight at this point because I sang to you in the bathroom.
Oh, that was sophomore year. Girl, that was a whole
sophomore
later.
year?
Yeah, that was Faust. That was literally
I thought
full,
that was
like,
freshman
a full year later. That was the fall play of sophomore year. Yeah. We were already friends at that point. We weren't, like, close, but we were both friends with Sarah.
Yeah, maybe my first memory of you was... No, I don't know.
That just wasn't
When
memorable.
we had NOSA. I just have a bad memory of high school. Like, all of high school, I don't remember.
Yeah. No, I think I became, freshman year in orchestra, I became best friends with Sarah, and then we had the NOSA thing, I think the summer after, I think that was the summer after freshman year.
Yeah.
We decided to have a students association and not just a parents association for the orchestra, which, in retrospect, we were all together every day. I don't know why we had to make it like the biggest of deals, but it was sort of fun. But yeah, and then you were there, and then you became really close with Sarah,
Yeah.
and I was still Sarah's best friend. And so then I think during Faust at the cast party, she wasn't at the cast party for that show. And you and I decided to, like, hang out together. Even though we didn't know each other that well yet. And I think that's when it, like, sealed the deal of our friendship. I remember you singing, you followed me into the bathroom with your guitar, and you were singing a song about me peeing when I was in the bathroom.
Yes. I remember that. That's like the first steadfast
And then
memory.
we got to a point at, like, 6 a.m. because our cast parties were all night. At, like, 6 a.m., I remember us sitting in the back row of the auditorium with our heads back, just
Laughing at
We just laughed for no reason, but we couldn't stop.
And
And we kept, like, making each other laugh more and more and more, and everybody hated us.
Yeah.
And then that one girl, Jen, she yelled at me when I was in the doorway. She yelled at me, "The power of Christ compels you," because I was laughing. I was standing in the doorway like, oh, like laughing because I couldn't stop, and she yelled, "The power of Christ compels you." It was really funny. And then I laughed more because that was hilarious. It did not help. What are some other great memories we have of being friends?
Really too many.
I know there's so many. There was that greatest summer ever when we worked on an ice skating show. I think we were on Wardrobe. That was so much fun.
In that summer.
Yeah. So sometimes I tell my students stories from Queen Ivy. I don't tell them the vulgar ones, like when she, her motto, another day, another dollar, another night to make the hose holler. Make the hose holler. Told them about how she used to sing Ave Maria in the skirts. And then she told me, somebody took a video of it and they played it for me. And she said, Alyssa, did you hear that? My voice is like a combination of Adele and Celine Dion. She was so bad at singing. It was so funny. Oh, it was hilarious. So I tell my students that, and they asked me, my 6th grade students this past year, they asked me if Queen Ivy could make a visit next year. It's like, no, she can't.
That was funny. A great job.
It was really fun.
Playing every fall at Haunt at Dorney Park.
Yeah.
That is fun.
It's always a lot of fun. We had some good scares. There was a time you scared that boy and he fell. He was running past you and he fell to the ground and did a somersault and got up and kept running. That was classic.
I just remember you coming down the hill and wiping out and then somehow posing like this.
That
was a save?
No, I tried to stand up from my bench. I tried to stand up from the bench really quickly, and because my skirt was long, I stepped on it and took myself down to the ground, rolled, and then tried to pose like it was intentional. And the one kid, he was like, "Oh, she fell!" And they all started scream laughing, and then my shoe flung across the midway to where you were.
Yes.
Yeah, that was bad. It was funny, but it was bad. Scrape my knees. So I guess we can talk about now how we fit into being friends with everyone else.
Yeah.
We were friends before.
Because we're old.
Yeah, which is weird for me. I have to be honest with you. We're the 2 oldest in the group. But because I started school early, so in all of my other friends groups, I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's a weird dynamic for me because I'm used to being the youngest in my group of friends, and then when I'm with them, I'm the oldest. So it's weird for me.
Yeah.
It is.
I feel like I just usually hang out with older people, except our group.
Yeah, but I feel like you're so relaxed, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm so type A. You know what I mean? Which I don't like about myself necessarily, but I just can't help it.
Well, I guess in high school, we were friends with Mike in high school.
I was friends with Mike, and I thought I was friends with John, although he once told me that he didn't think that we were friends until I was in college, but I thought we were friends in high school.
Erin and I used to give her a hug all the time, hey Erin.
Yeah, I became friends with her later, too. But Mike was my best friend.
Then I started hanging out with everyone, that summer we started working at Dorney, really.
Yeah, that's true.
That's when they were we're all hanging out, come over. And I was really nervous. It was at John's house, and I was like,
oh yeah, when one of the fires.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I still get nervous because I feel like a lot of the people I don't know as well, and therefore when they invite the group over, that they don't particularly want me to come. Do you know what I mean? Because I get nervous about that. I get nervous maybe they don't actually like me and they feel obligated because their friends like me. Or something like that. I don't know. I get nervous about stupid stuff.
Who doesn't like you?
I could give you a list.
I'm
not always the most popular choice.
That's how it happened.
Yeah.
That's how it all became.
Yeah, things are...
We're forever friends.
Yeah. No, and I genuinely feel I feel thankful because I know that there's a core group of them that were friends. Mm-hmm. Before the group expanded to include us, and we were prepackaged friends. But yeah. But so I always feel really grateful that they're interested in being friends with me as well.
I do have to say, one of my favorite things to do is make music with everyone.
Yes.
Like with you.
Yes.
And then we all get together and somehow it either turns into like karaoke or we actually pull out instruments and start singing.
Jam circle. So this has been Krista.
And Alyssa.
It's so lame. I feel like everything you know how like Midas, everything he touched turned to gold?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everything I touch turns lame.
Okay, bye.
This has been Krista!
And Alyssa.
But her
And
name's
Alyssa.
Krista and I'm Alyssa, in case that was confusing.
I'm Krista.
I'm Alyssa.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye.
Stroking the tripod.